Today's conference is very much focusing on the forthcoming introduction of letting agents registration and what that actually means for businesses throughout Scotland. We've had a varied speakers programme today, looking at what that legislation will mean for letting agents in Scotland, how we need to prepare our businesses and our staff to become registered come January 2018.
What we have is a qualification together with a learning programme which is aimed not just at compliance, but what it's helping people to do, I think, is to reflect on the industry that they're in and how they actually provide raised standards. Really taking a step back and use this as a positive opportunity to determine how to go forward with a very strong positive commitment to higher standards in the industry.
So today for me is all about Let Well. And Landlord Accreditation Scotland and CIH developed a programme that many of the people who are here today at the conference have been through and I'm delighted to say have qualified and are at the vanguard of this new requirement for education and qualification within the industry. So I've been delighted to be working with those who are going through the programme at the moment, and for me this is a fantastic move for the industry. To have a qualification as a letting agent, I think, is something that people should be proud of.
Ultimately, it's about raising standards in the sector. We want to ensure there's a level playing field for agents in how they deliver their businesses. We want consumers, tenants, landlords to be able to get a good standard of service and be able to challenge poor practice where that happens. I think through being able to access the first tier tribunal through no fee, tenants and landlords will do that, and that will help to improve standards.
The CLA particularly welcomes letting agent regulation as a really positive move for the sector. The Scottish Government's overall policy for the PRS is very positive in comparison to other parts of the UK. There's no doubt there are some challenges to the ongoing viability of the private rented sector at a UK level, such as the stamp duty on buy-to-let purchases, the tightening of buy-to-let lending generally, and the new tax system, which will have an adverse impact on a landlord's income, and also the cap on the local housing allowance could have some implications as well.
The biggest impact on the sector is going to be a change in how people do their business, particularly around procedures and processes. So there's a big lot of effort required right now by the sector to get ready for the new tenancy. Once the new tenancy is in place, I think it will work well, but agents in particular are going to have to think today about what they're going to have to put in place by the end of this year.
The Agency Business Conference is the biggest event of its type for us here in Scotland. It's an opportunity for agents to network and speak to each other, share information, ideas and keep abreast of all the industry changes. And personally for the Letting Protection Service Scotland, it's nice for us to have conversations with existing clients, new clients, and keep aware of what's happening and have those conversations. In my opinion, the secret to a happy tenancy is communication. We often have between landlords, agents and tenants the assumption that once they're in, we'll deal with it through the midterm at the end of the tenancy. However, that communication throughout is key to knowing what's happening, when it's happening, and resolving issues, potentially stopping a dispute.
The Agency Business Conference is a must-attend event for every letting agent in Scotland, so make sure you've got it in your diary for 2018.